Hey guys, welcome back to the Crypto Explorer channel. What you're looking on screen is the KRYSTAL app. It is a DeFi application specifically designed to show concentrated liquidity pools. Now, this position is BTCB, which is Bitcoin paired with Ethereum, and is placed on the base blockchain on the Uniswap DEX. I mentioned it in one of my latest videos on Bitcoin pools. I mentioned this specific pool because it was trending. The position has not been running for 24 hours even, and here it is the volume, the value of the liquidity pool, $157. So it appreciated a little bit in value, and look at how much it generated in fees, almost $5 right now, and we're not even a full day in. So we're talking about 3% a day right now. Of course, these things change, and as you can see, this is the performance chart for the past 7 days. This is just to show you that it has only been operating for less than a day. So you can see all the time frames here are from June the 22nd. If I switch up here for the 24 hours chart, you will see a more detailed version. The chart shows everything by the hour. You can see which hours generated the most. So in here, this one, at around 3:30, it generated $1 in fees. At some points, it generated nothing. It could be because it went out of range, or simply because there were no fees happening, no trades happening. But this will fluctuate, and I'm here to share with you the info on it. So this is my strategy currently. Of course, I also went with a relatively tight range because the position wasn't that big. I mean, it's $150, and I wanted to make it count just to show you the potential. And even if you're starting with a small bag, you can make this work for you. So the APR right now, it's crazy. It's showing 7 days, but the only metric they have is the past 20 hours, something like that. And it's at over 1,389%. If we break it down further, it shows me how much it produced in fees. Half in Bitcoin, half in Ethereum as expected. And bear in mind that at any point I could come here, collect the fees. So it's as simple as clicking a button, claim fees. I could compound the fees, and that would add this into my current liquidity position. So I would increase my APR. I would earn more. I could also rebalance, and that would be more if the range wasn't of my liking, which the range is fine. As you can see, the current price is very much in the middle of my current range. The whole green rectangle is my range. So it's doing all right. I'm not going to change anything. And what you can do to automate this is use Aperture Finance. Let me show you. And this is my position on Aperture Finance. You can see I already automated it. And what does that mean? It means that whenever it goes out of range, let's go back on KRYSTAL. Let's say the price goes out of my defined range. Depending on the inputs that I did on Aperture, it will rebalance automatically itself after a couple triggers have been met. So you can automate these positions, and they're virtually management free. If you want to know how to set up step by step your own automation for your own strategies with Aperture, I also did a video for it, which I will link down below in the description. But this goes to show you the potential of providing liquidity. Of course, it's not going to give you 100x overnight like meme coins, but I think it's a very reliable, consistent way to put your money to work for you in DeFi, and it's mind-blowing. When it works, it works. Sometimes it might feel you're just spinning your wheels, you're not taking too much out of it, but that's a learning curve, guys. If you know what you're doing, you can get really great results with this one without going crazy degen like I showed you. This is a blue chip asset pool. We're talking about Bitcoin paired with Ethereum. Now let me show you the video where I noticed this specific pool was starting to trend. Alright guys, I'm gonna play a little bit of my video which was posted almost 2 weeks ago. So I showed you here when this pool caught my eye. From there on, they have been consistently producing around 1% a day. So you have an idea of how much you can generate with liquidity pools if you are on top of the game. So let me show you.
Base has a lot of volume also. Now, take a look at this one, guys. So, base mainnet, Bitcoin paired with wrapped Ethereum, paying very close to 1% a day on two blue chip assets. Although the positions, we're talking about very close to 30% a month on blue chip assets.
All right, guys, let me just stop it here. You get the idea. I posted this 2 weeks ago. You just need to know how to find the pools. That's why I bring you this type of info here on the channel. If you want to find out that for yourself, learn how to subscribe, like, watch some of my content, keep watching the videos that I keep on posting because I focus a lot on this. And one of the things that I do really like about liquidity pools is that at any point in time I could come here, remove liquidity and move on. It's not locked for any amount of time. We got full control over our funds. So it's a really cool way to earn passive income in DeFi, in my opinion. Now, we're still using KRYSTAL right now, and what I like about the app is specifically how easy to approach is for complete beginners. And they already also do somewhat of a filter of the pools that they're showing. So they won't show you anything above a certain or anything below a certain TVL, for example. But although they also give you a lot of riskier options, for example, here on the best APR pools, you get like these over 1,000% APR. I like how orderly the information is on screen. I'm not sure why it doesn't show here on the best blue chip pools, but usually what I do is that I come here on the search bar and I insert manually the tokens I'm looking for. In this case, it's Bitcoin, and it shows all the pools that have Bitcoin which are above a certain TVL, etc. So they kind of filter things out, like I said. The pool that I mentioned, it's showing here 1% a day, but I just showed you it's paying more than that. Although this is information that they constantly update, probably in real time, so it probably is toning down a little bit when it comes to volume. And also, one thing you should know about all of the metrics here, there will always be projections because they will only be able to know what happened in the past. No one has a crystal ball, right? And they take those metrics, and for there you can see that this is all referring to the past 24 hours. Volume, fees, price volatility, etc. Now looking at this volatility, 18%, I know that I set my range in between 15%, something like that. So the hours that I mentioned before where it generated no fees, it's probably because it went out of my range. Now, knowing that, what I could do, I could unstake the liquidity and then rearrange my overall range to keep generating fees 24/7. Put it a little bit wider, like I would say 20%, something like that. Of course, it would give a lower APR, but I would be making sure that it would be generating fees more often. And that's also a really cool thing that I like about KRYSTAL. It gives you the information on price volatility, so you have an idea on how much or how wide or how narrow you could set up your range to be. Now you might be new to this and might be thinking, okay, what about all the other pools? Well, they're also Bitcoin paired with wrapped Ethereum. The thing is, if you look at the 24-hour fees to TVL ratio, it's 0.02%. So it's not paying nearly as much as the first one. The situation could change, of course, and if that does happen, I could go to my position, remove liquidity, and add to another one. As simple as that, guys. You can do it everything here with the DeFi KRYSTAL app. You have actions here, you see the plus icon. It just allows you to add liquidity. On the same note, guys, I'm going to show you another pool which has been doing super well recently on Base blockchain. Usually I wouldn't recommend it because it has a meme coin, but I've been tracking it for the past couple weeks at least and has been doing tremendous results. So let me show you. And this is the one I was mentioning, guys, Brett. Wrapped Ethereum paired with Brett. Brett is, if you don't know, the meme coin of Base. It's sort of like the unofficial meme coin of Base. It's the one who showed up on Base. It's doing incredibly good. And for the past couple weeks, I've seen this specific pair paying up over 10% a day, 5% a day, 7% a day. Right now it's toning down. I believe many people started to move liquidity there, so the TVL has been increasing. You can see it's 2.5 mil right now, although the volume is still almost twice of that for the past 24 hours, which is really nice because the higher the volume to TVL, the better. the more rewards you will get. Price volatility is also toning down. That's my main concern when you're providing liquidity with meme coins. Price volatility can be 80%, can be really crazy. And that happened also with Brett in the beginning when it was showing here on the top performing APRs. Brett had been here consistently for the past couple of weeks. That, like I said, it would make you 10% a day, even 7, 5% a day. That's pretty huge, I would say. Of course, those APRs are meant to offset the risk of impermanent loss, because you could still get wrecked also super fast due to impermanent loss. If you have a lot of price volatility and a very short liquidity pool, like under 100K, for example, you can get to experience impermanent loss super easy. So it's going to always be a risk. But right now they're paying 0.5% a day, still really good. And at this point, Brett, I don't think it's no longer a meme coin. I think it's already established with enough market cap that they won't go anywhere, I think. They can still experience some price volatility, but I don't think they're going to go to zero or nothing like that. Base blockchain also has a ton of people who enjoy trading meme coins, so that it gets a lot of volume and a lot of action. If you come here to their best APR pairs, I didn't do research on any of those, but I'm assuming they're all meme coins. So let's go here with the first one, Wrapped ETH paired with Billy. There's only one pool on Uniswap and it's paying 23% a day. So let's see the price volatility here. It's the same thing that was happening with Brett, guys. Huge price volatility, but high risk, high reward. That's the name of the game when you go to these specific liquidity pools. If you like something more conservative, like I showed you, Bitcoin paired with Ethereum is printing. And there's plenty of others. For example, here, Wrapped ETH paired with DAI. This has traditionally been printing in between 0.5, I would say some days it has even gone up to 1 to 2% a day, and that's a stablecoin paired with Ethereum. So right now it's paying 0.37% a day. The other pool is paying a lot less. It's on PancakeSwap. It gets a lot less volume. So that's the main difference. It's the volume there. Because you see the TVL is virtually the same. They have the same fees percentage. So mainly it's the volume who is doing the difference between this. Let's check here Wrapped ETH paired with USDC. This is also a specific pool that has been doing super well over time in the past couple of months on the base chain. But right now it's dying out a little bit. The action is not here already anymore, as it has been for the past months. But usually here on SushiSwap or on Uniswap on the 0.05% fee range, these couple ones have been printing the most. And I wouldn't be surprised that at some point they would go back up a little bit in volume and you will start to see paying 0.3, 0.5% a day. It would go back on track or even above that. I've seen these on SushiSwap paying above that. Price volatility very stable, a little over 1%. So that's good. So you can tighten up your range. So guys, this goes to show you there's plenty of opportunities. I was just scratching the surface here on base blockchain, but I'm going to keep on bringing you this type of content. Obviously, next video I will do will show you some of the best Ethereum pools. So if you want to grow your Ethereum in a couple of different chains, different DEXs to diversify your risk, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to upload that video real soon. So if you have any questions, drop them down below in the comments. Check whatever links I will leave under in the description for other videos, other reviews that I did that will help you to getting started and getting acquainted with providing liquidity, even with KRYSTAL, setting up your own automated positions with Aperture. I will link all those resources down below. If you want to learn more about it, feel free to check them. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.